Well, hello, and welcome back to my channel where I play Planet 2. My name is Nisse, and today we got a new mod by LeafProductions. And I'm pretty sure we already have a few here in front of the screen. I'm pretty sure you can see what it actually is. So we're gonna zoom in here. And it is, I'm just gonna click here to see precisely what he called it. The European rabbit. And I think I got them in here for less than a year, and we got babies everywhere. We got baby there, baby there. They're really small, so they're hard to find. Baby there, baby there. And just a little fun thing, they're apparently dives. I don't think this is on purpose, but it's just kind of a fun thing to see. But here you can see they are extremely small, and they reproduce like bunnies. But we go in here and it's called endangered, and population and wild is unknown. Over here you can see it have marked most of Europe, and it's because it was originally, it says over here, native to the Iberian Peninsula that includes Spain, Portugal and southeastern France, western France and the northern Atlas Mountains of northwest Africa. But then later it was introduced to a lot of other places, and that's why they're all over. And here you can see Denmark pointed out. We have wild bunnies or rabbits. I don't really know the difference between bunny and rabbit in English. We only have the one word for it in Danish. But the ones we have in Denmark are these colors. We have actually two colors as far as I can see. We have this like pale beige color, and then we got, where are you? Same color. We have someone a much lighter, more white. You can see this one is more white than this one. Again, sandy beige, and this is also white with the coloration. That's not the color than wild rabbits in Denmark are. I'm gonna put up a picture here so you can see the color of the wild rabbit we actually have in Denmark, and I'm gonna put another picture up here of the hair that we also have in Denmark. These are two different animals, not the same. The one on the left is the bunny or the rabbit, and the one on the right is the hare. Not the same animals, just not to confuse you. And I do believe our rabbits actually are bigger than this. I don't know if it's a mistake or just because Leaf thought, wild but rabbits, I like this color, so I give the rabbits this color, or what is his basic for doing this. This might be a rabbit that, as he wrote in here in the Wikipedia. Again, I'm not saying he's lying. I'm just saying this isn't one you normally see in Denmark, but it can have been introduced to most of this area, and then they maybe moved away from Denmark at some points, since I'm also pretty sure both our rabbits and our hares are larger, so they would probably put up a fight. Oh, I wanted to stay in here. That's actually pretty dark, that one. I don't know if that's only because it's a baby or if it's gonna change. But again, you can see here, and I do believe he put gradual aging on, because this one is a young, but it seems to be bigger than. I'm not really sure, but I think so. I actually used to breed rabbits, not for pets, but for meat, for food, and that was of course pretty large rabbits, about 4 to 8 kilos, I think. So the base of my knowledge about rabbits are much bigger rabbits, and it's rabbits in captivity. But here you can see they have a lot of biomes, and it's pretty much because rabbits actually can live a lot of places. One thing that do confuse people that I know is an issue here in Denmark in the winter, because it gets so cold. People stuff their if you have an outdoor rabbit, then they stuff their house with too much straw and hay, which can actually kill the rabbit, because rabbits don't die of the cold, they die of the heat. Kind of a sad thing when you think about it. They don't need any water or climbing, but they need 40 square meters for one rabbit, and 3 extra square feet for another rabbit, and 2 extra square feet for a baby. They probably get more than one. Grade 2 fence with 4 feet 95, 4.95 feet height. Again, something that doesn't translate to meters, even though my game is set up to meters. In here we get a lot of information, and I'm sorry to tell you, Leaf, but you are wrong. Male rabbits are extremely territorial, and they can actually kill each other, and if you don't move them away from each other soon enough, then they will actually either critically injure each other, for instance by eating each other's testicles and pee-pee. But they can also kill each other, so I would never recommend this. Again, rabbits in the wild might be different, but the ones in captivity don't get 2 males to live together unless you plan on neutering them both. The females do actually in the wild live in small colonies. They would have their own hole to go down in, to live in, but they will live in family groups. But again, the males wouldn't at all. So I would probably say 1 male and 9 females. It's not natural for the rabbits to live in hundreds of groups, but these colonies is, even though they can be family group, they aren't locked. So at some point the females might fight, and some of them will go off to somewhere else. They do have an alpha female. Here he says both alpha male and alpha female. They will have an alpha female, and that's why I prefer, when I had rabbits, I had a mother that would live with a few of her own daughters, because then it's natural that the mother is the alpha, and then you don't get the fighting as much. But rabbits can actually be extremely vicious. Monogamous. The ones in captivity is not. Again, I don't know about the ones in the wild, but it's kind of confusing that he puts that there. I maybe want to research that at one point. They are neutral with humans. The one in the wild is extremely shy. The one in captivity is normally not, so it can be anything in between, and guess can enter the habitat. Guess where I'm going to put that. Here the size, it's 16-inch long, and life expectancy is 14 years. I can't tell you if that's right, because different rabbit races have different lifespans, kind of like you have some dogs that get grow to 10 years and some that can be 20 years. It's kind of hard to say. But this is wrong. In the wild, they mostly reproduce in the spring, and in the summer they can get quite a few numbers of offspring a year. Actually, the female rabbits have this thing where they can be double pregnant, so they normally pregnant for 30 to 35 days. But like we have the tubes split up, but for rabbits it's actually the entire, what's it called? The entire oven is split up into, so they can get pregnant just in one size, and when they are 3/4 into their pregnancy, they can actually be pregnant again in the other side. So therefore, this isn't true. They would normally not get babies in the winter, especially here up north where it's cold and the babies wouldn't survive. But if you get babies with your own rabbit at home and you wait a year to remove the babies, then if she have any sons, they will probably make her and the other girls pregnant before you remove them, and then we have incest, and we don't want that. Normally, depending on the race, males can reach sexual maturity a month before females, and that would be maybe, depending on the race, would be between 3 months and 9 months, and the females normally a month later. And especially smaller rabbits tend to be sexual mature earlier. I'm sorry to be so nitpicky about this, but I know a lot of people that get babies on their own rabbits and don't know this stuff. So I actually think it's really important to get this information out there. It doesn't say that I hate the mud or Leaf is stupid or anything like that. This can very well be true for wild rabbits. More specific, the European wild rabbit. But the one we have in captivity is just what I'm telling you about now. Of course, we have the research, and I just added out here every single thing they like to play with. And of course, they remove some of them. So we have the sprinkler, the light thingy, and the low bubble machine. You shouldn't be able to move that, you're too small. Then we got both cardboard boxes, and we have the 3 balls here. They have 2 food enrichment. We have this grassing ball feeder, and we have this, what's it called, forest box enrichment. I don't know why he added this, because you can actually get these as toys for rabbits, but normally they're just much smaller. When these are filled up, they would weigh much more than the rabbits itself. So that would be a bit weird to me. They do eat from this thingy over here, the grassing animals feeding throw. And then they of course need water again. Diving rabbits. But let's find one and get a close-up. How about... Okay, you didn't want to. Gonna stop the time here. Now, the game have a certain amount of pixels. It may be different for your computer to my computer, how many pixels it can work with. But the game itself have a certain amount that's the maximum you can get out of it. So the smaller the thing, the more pixelated it will become. And it's kind of shows here when you get up close. Oh, sorry, I'm just trying to get as close as possible. Here it does look like small chunks of hair. I also like the fact that you can see the toes in here, and you can see the whiskers quite clearly. But you can also see some pixels around where it looks kind of weird. But I really think... Oy, I'm so bad at this. Someday I will learn to control my camera. Oh, look at the eyes. That... Oh... Kind of marble effect. I really like that. Even though rabbits have eyes like humans, with the white and the color and the pupil, most often brown, but they can be blue, or even sometimes the pupil can be blue. I actually have had a few of them. Beautiful creatures. Here you can see it kind of look a tiny bit pixelated, but otherwise fine. Do like the tail here, back here a little fluffy. a little fluffy fluff. I think all of us expect a little fluffy fluff on the back of the body. It kind of looked like it have stripes of hair here, which wouldn't be weird, especially when you have the males along with the females. But that's just me. Shouldn't we go and watch a baby? You're a baby? You're a baby. You're 0.9 years old. So basically in real world you would be adult. Do we have a younger? I have been playing for I think a year and a half now, and I have 9 kids out of 10 couples. You are 0.8 year. Let's move you. Just to see if we can see it different here. There. No, I can't really see the big difference in size. I do see it different in color though, like this is darker underneath, where this is the more sandy base all the way through. And then we also have the wider version, so at this point I think I've seen 3 or 5 different variations. And this small nose. Can we just agree that even though rabbits are delicious, they have the cutest little nose? And even though I've been reading this, I have seen numerous baby rabbits, and to be honest, baby rabbits aren't that cute for the first 3 to 4 weeks, because they are born incomplete, which means their toes aren't developed. They just kind of have a clump at the end of their foot, and they don't have any eyes, and their ears are actually mounted to the back of their head. So they aren't able to kind of fold out their ears. They're just mounted backwards, so they look ugly as shit and not that cute. But when they get the fur, they start to run around. They're quite cute. I know people are going to hate me after talking about how they taste. I know this isn't especially a thing about this mod, but I just wanted to tell you this fun fact. One of the reasons rabbits have this long ears is because they are unable to sweat. So when they get too hot, then they actually circulate their blood out to the ears where there's no body heat, so the blood will cool down out here and then flow back into the rest of the body, and the new hot blood will get out there and cool down and get into the body. Kind of a neat trick. I would love to learn that. I just wanted to tell you. But yeah, I think we're done here for today. Some of them have a little kind of look like they've been bitten at some point or something like that. Their ears have quite a fun shape, but I don't think it's all of them. Maybe it is. Yeah, this also have this kind of bit pointy, and they are extra. It looks like they're extra fluffy up here. If you want to get this link yourself, again, I have nothing bad to say about the mod. The information I corrected is according to domesticated rabbits, and this is a wild rabbit, so I don't really see anything bad with it. I'm going to use it, and I actually think I'm going to show you now what I'm going to use it for because I'm not really sure there's going to be an entire video of it. And we are back here in Luca Family Zoo, and as you can see here, the European rabbit have got himself a nice little home here. It is still in my European forest area, and it is a big area, and because of that, they can be quite difficult to spot. Here we see another one down here, but I did try to center them. You can see also here we have a little bundle of them. I did add quite a few. I think we have 20 females and 5 males. Because I added 20, so I had the same amount of rabbit than I had of the ground squirrel, but they're just so much easier to spot. So I did try to make a rabbit area up here with the exit out to the gift shop back here. So I did add all of their toys here. I'm just gonna change the light here so you actually can see what we're talking about. I know that it's quite difficult to get a lot of light in here because it is a forest with a lot of trees. So I needed to add some toys for them, so I added 4 boxes, and I kind of added them behind these screens here. So we have the gift boxes here, and then I think I added something in here. I'm quite sure. Yeah, oh, sorry, it's the ball here I added in here. I added a few of these balls also over here. Here and here. And in here. I try to put them inside of the bushes so they don't take off too much space, so they only get pushed out when there's food in them. And then this feeder here, I also added for the rabbits. I only added one of these because they take off so much space, which is why I had to add that many of these. And then over here we have a sprinkler. I needed the sprinkler to be far away from the guest, so the guests don't get wet from it, and the path don't get muddy from it. And then I added a bubble machine in here. So I did try to make this up here a rabbit area, but yeah, we can find some of them, but it's not that easy always to find them. They do actually don't. Some of them of course do go in here, but you can see we have one here. It seems to be all. So they don't use this as much as the deer and the mufflon does. Yeah. So I just wanted to show you our little friends getting a nice home. But it's all I have for you today, guys. You know the drill. Like, subscribe, and turn on the bell of notification so you know the next time I upload a video. I really hope to see you again, either in the comments below or in the next video. Bye, guys!